Welcome back to Wikinews.
In the electric aftermath of the ICC Women's World Cup 2025 final, where India lifted the trophy in a heart-pounding clash against South Africa just yesterday, one story rises above the roar of the crowds and the sting of defeat, a tale of unbreakable love that has quietly fueled the fire of one of cricket's fiercest warriors. Marizanne Kapp, the towering all-rounder whose 5-wicket haul in the semi-final etched her name into history as the tournament's greatest wicket-taker, walked off the field not just as a champion in spirit, but as a woman whose greatest victory has always been off the pitch. As the confetti fell and tears flowed for her Proteas sisters, Marizanne's thoughts turned, as they always do, to the one person who has been her anchor through every swing and seam, her wife, Dane van Niekerk, watching from the stands with eyes full of that fierce, unwavering pride. It all began 16 years ago, in the sun-baked fields of South African cricket, where two young dreamers crossed paths on the national team's training grounds. Marizanne and Dane made their international debuts just days apart in 2009, both raw talents bursting with that unquenchable hunger for the game. What started as shared net sessions and late-night strategy talks blossomed into a friendship forged in the heat of competition, a bond that whispered of something deeper amid the camaraderie of teammates. They kept it hidden at first, navigating the unspoken rules of a team environment where vulnerability could feel like a risk. Stolen glances during matches, quiet drives home after grueling days, their love grew in the shadows, a secret flame that neither rain nor pressure could extinguish. By 2018, with the world of women's cricket evolving around them, they stepped into the light, exchanging vows in an intimate ceremony in Port Elizabeth on July 7, surrounded by close family and a handful of teammates. Marizanne and Dane promised forever, their hands clasped not just in matrimony, but in a defiant celebration of love that knew no boundaries. In a sport still shedding its old skins, they became trailblazers, one of the first openly same-sex couples to unite two hearts under the same jersey. But love in the limelight of cricket is no fairy tale, it's a test of resilience, laced with the aches of ambition and adversity. As captain from 2016 to 2021, Dane led South Africa with a steel resolve, becoming the first bowler to claim 100 ODI wickets for her country. Yet, she was unyieldingly tough on Marizanne during games, admitting later in a raw interview that she'd bark orders sharper than to anyone else, all to silence any whisper of favoritism. "We fought on the field like rivals," Dane once shared with a soft laugh, "but off it, she'd hold me through the storms." Those storms came fiercely in 2023, when injuries and selection battles forced Dane into retirement from international play, sidelining the captain who had carried her nation's hopes. Marizanne didn't hesitate, she took compassionate leave from the tour, rushing home to cradle her wife's shattered dreams. In that quiet Johannesburg flat, away from flashing cameras and cheering crowds, Marizanne became Dane's strength, whispering encouragements that mended more than muscles. "She's my safe harbor," Marizanne would say, her voice cracking with the weight of those unspoken nights. Their story isn't one of flawless glory, it's the raw beauty of choosing each other when the world spins fastest. Fast forward to this golden, bittersweet 2025, and their love shines brighter than ever against the World Cup's grand stage. As Marizanne dismantled England's batting in that unforgettable semi-final, 5 for 20, a spell that shattered records and sent chills through Eden Gardens, Dane was there in the stands, her applause the loudest heartbeat in the stadium. Hosting India had turned the tournament into a subcontinental spectacle, with Marizanne's 44 wickets crowning her the all-time leading taker in Women's World Cup history. Yesterday's final was agony for South Africa, chasing 299 after India's Deepti Sharma and Shafali Varma 50 set an imposing total, but through every boundary and heartbreak, Dane's presence was Marizanne's silent victory lap. In post-match huddles, teammates spoke of how Dane's texts before each game, simple words like "breathe, my love, you've got this," were Marizanne's talisman. 7 years into marriage, with anniversaries marked by handwritten notes and seaside walks back in Port Elizabeth, they'd built a legacy not just of runs and wickets, but of a partnership that redefines what it means to stand tall in a man's game. What makes Marizanne and Dane's journey so profoundly moving is how it mirrors the very essence of cricket itself, moments of solitary brilliance lifted by the invisible threads of those who believe in you most. In a year where women's sport has roared louder than ever, Their story reminds us that behind every boundary-breaking hero is a love story written in sweat and sacrifice. It's the quiet power of two women who turned personal whispers into public roars, inspiring a generation to love boldly, play fiercely, and never apologize for the heart that drives them. If this tale of enduring love touched your soul as it did mine, hit that like button to spread the warmth, and subscribe for more stories from the heart of the game. We've got so many more to share. Until next time, keep cheering for the underdogs, the lovers, and the legends who make cricket magical.